Well, I just did a reading on the Russian Orthodox Church, and unfortunately it didn't record. I went to bring it out, and the whole file was gone. So anyway, and all the cards have gotten reshuffled, but I can tell you what the reading was. Somebody was asking about the Russian Orthodoxy Church, and what I got, I'm trying to remember exactly what the cards were. In the center of it was 3 of staffs, so the energy going forward. Above it we had the Knight of Cups, sometimes the false cup, the giving out false information, the false knight. Okay, and below that, the foundation was the card of death. So transitioning, trying to stop some things, transitioning it into something else. Actively giving false information. Okay, so going into it, we had the Queen of Pentacles, so it's the one that's holding on to the earthly things. Okay, so becoming more earthly minded. And I'm trying to think what was the next card for the the next card was 5 of staffs. So these were arguing about what to put out in the world, what to hold to. What belief systems are we going to put out there? Okay. Then it went on to be, I'm trying to think of the whole thing because I did the reading underneath of it all too as well. Oh, the next one was the Tower. Now in this deck, this Byzantine deck, the Tower, you have the guy up there standing up there preaching in the tower. Okay. And he was, really, the tower is supposed to be breaking through to enlightenment, or, in this case, he's working to shake them up and to try to elevate and give them a belief system, okay? Institute a different belief system. And the outcome was, I'm trying to remember, what was the outcome card on that? I'm not remembering it right now. But underneath of it, we'll just go through the whole thing. Because I can't remember all the exact cards. But underneath of it was basically they're being fed a load of goods. They're being repressed. Okay, they had the 4 of Swords, trying to still the mind, kind of repress them. They're out in the cold. 5 of Pentacles, out in the cold. And it was also, losses, emotional losses, out in the cold. So really, what it was showing that the Russian Orthodoxy Church was manipulating people's mindsets, trying to put out trying to change their belief systems into something that's not liberating. Okay, so it's a conscious activity of misinformation and holding to worldly things rather than preaching the liberating message of Christ is what it came out to be. Okay, and this was being done knowingly, knowing suppression of the true message of Christ. And what it says in the end times, we're going to have those wolves in sheep's clothing, and we're going to have them preaching a different Christ. Well, I saw these things coming in here in this country, a number of years ago when they started bringing in this prosperity teaching. And I'm going, Christ did not teach prosperity. He did not teach the almighty dollar. That's the other side's things. Okay? So preaching a different Christ, preaching a different avenue. And this is done to indoctrinate people into a different belief system, which is not liberating to them, okay? So I see it as a absolute institution of repression in Russian Orthodoxy, is what I was getting from the reading. Now, I have to preface this with saying I don't know anything about the Russian Orthodox Church, but this is what I'm getting from the cards, that it is a system of repression, changing belief systems, becoming more worldly as a way to control people, okay? To kind of dumb them down to what the actual message of liberation is, what was called the good news, So replacing that with a different belief system, okay? So, I wish I wouldn't have shuffled the cards now right away, which is what I do. The minute I'm done with the reading, I put the cards, I don't put them all together. I put them in different areas of the deck so you don't get the same cards together. And then I shuffle it to change the energy, to get rid of the energy of that reading. So, but that's what I'm getting. Let me know if you've enjoyed this. When I do these readings and I'm talking about Russian Orthodoxy, I'm not talking about the believers. I'm talking about the organized, dogmatic things behind those denominations, okay? So this is not to take away from anybody's belief. Okay, I'm not talking about that. Just as in Catholic, maybe I will read on that today. Not to take away from anybody's belief that's Catholic, that they are sincere in their belief and they are sincere in holding to God, and that's wonderful. I'm talking about, when I do these types of readings, I'm talking about the institution. I'm talking about the dogmatic institution, the higher ups that are behind that church system. So if you've enjoyed this type of reading, let me know. I definitely have a very strong belief about Catholicism, okay? And if you're interested, I can get into that. I'm going to upload this, and I'm going to take off because I need to get this back in the mail today, right away. And I'll be back in just a few, and we'll continue on from there. But let me know what you think of this reading, and sorry that it missed, but again, I finished the whole reading and it was gone, okay? No file, empty. But thank God, I remembered it all, basically, okay? I remembered what the whole thing was. Oh, yeah, part of it was about restricting the mind as well, keeping them tied up, mentally tied up with the things that they're espousing, okay? Putting those dogmas, putting that defining box into place of things that they want people to believe, okay? And it's become more worldly, more skewed. Yeah. So thanks for tuning in. Love and light. See you online.